I don't even know what to say this time. But, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Wait a Minute Show with your man, Jelani J.B. Bodie. We are in it once again. So, women's basketball, men's college basketball, NBA, among other things that we're going to talk about today. But before we get into that, make sure, hit that subscribe button, right? That little thing that's going to pop up right there. You see it. Hit the subscribe button, man. Make sure you following your boy, me and Mo, who's in the building with us. Mo, I'm not going to ask you how you're doing because I know how you're doing because we're
You
going to
know
get
exactly
into,
how I'm doing. Don't do
yeah.
that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I,
Listen, I was
I,
gonna
I
call
thought
in,
about you
but I
though.
just got back and I don't have no sick days. So that was the
I, I
plan.
I thought about you though, and I was like, I need to make sure everything's all right. But I said, let me give Mo a little bit of time because it was too soon. So I said, when I
You
see
ain't
him,
check on me or
I'm gonna
nothing.
check on you. I'm gonna check on you because
You
I
ain't
know
call
you
and check
needed
on me,
that
JB.
time. You need.
You know what? We got the entire show to get into it. We're gonna get into it. I mean,
We'll, get,
but
we'll jump into it right now. Let's
let's
jump
go.
into
Let's
it
go.
right
Let's
now.
go. Let's do it right now.
So
Let's do it right now.
So Mo's a little hurt right now because his South Carolina women, the Gamecocks, they lost the championship game to UCLA, and it wasn't close. I think that's the biggest thing, of why this thing hurt. Mo is a big South Carolina fan, so here's what I'm not even going to ask you the question because I know you got something to say about it. What I'm really going to point out is that I'm not surprised that UCLA won. This is a team. They only had one loss. They lost to Texas, which they avenged that loss when they saw Texas later. This is a team who was handling other teams all season long. This was a team that was in the Final Four last year. So it's not like UCLA just kind of came out of nowhere and surprised people. So I'm not going to say I'm surprised that they won. I think probably really the biggest thing is that in the fashion in which they won. Uh, South Carolina they're not like some Cinderella team. They're a powerhouse. They got a
Right.
strong pipeline. Don Staley got them ready every single year to make these runs. But it's just kind of weird the last two times as far as like them being in the championship game and how it's played out. It hasn't went according to plan. Not that you're gonna, win all of them, but it's just kind of in the fashion in which you lost. So
Right.
I think that's more probably the surprising part to me is that it wasn't as close of a game as what we expected. But I'm not surprised that UCLA won.
If I'm being honest, I'm not surprised they won.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm surprised of is Carolina played uninspired. They look disengaged. They look like an inferior team. I mean, I don't know the numbers. I didn't pull up the numbers, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they couldn't make a basket. I'm sitting there at the first quarter, I'm watching the game, and I'm like, okay, don't panic. They in the hunt. It's like 10-point, 8-point game. Their shots are going to fall. They're getting the looks. They got every look that they got most looks that they wanted around the basket, that is. And they wasn't going in. Second quarter come, I'm like, okay, these baskets are not falling. They're not getting the rebounds. I mean, they on both ends of the floor, they lost the rebound battle. By the third quarter, the middle of the third quarter, it was that's not a single positive stat line for Carolina. Not a single positive stat line. You didn't do anything well. You don't look like a championship team. You don't look like a Final Four team. And give credit to UCLA, man. They just look like the much better team. They look like they're supposed to be there. They look
Uh-huh.
like they're supposed to be the champion. And it was hard to watch, man. It was hard to watch.
You
It was a long drive home. I was like 45 minutes from home watching this game. So that
you
hurt.
you can have an inopportune time for a bad game. You never, no one ever wants to have a bad game at all. Um, do you think any of this could be carryover from the UConn game? Because remember, last year UConn was the one, giving them, the business. They give UConn the business. This year, we already know all the stuff that transpired between, Gino and Don, but
Right.
um, sometimes, it's just like you got you're focused like that, and it's just like to refocus and see this juggernaut that you got in front of you in UCLA. Sometimes that's hard to recalibrate, yourself and get ready for that.
I don't think so. I don't. I
No,
won't. I
okay.
won't. I won't say that. But to me, it would be. To me, it would feel like it should have been the opposite. I'm like, you just went through what you went through with Gino, and now it seems like all of basketball is behind you based on the way the media is covering the story, and it's like, okay, we inspired. We here. Let's go get it. We went through this. We had to deal with this level of disrespect. Let's go get it. But to be honest with you, it looked like Dawn Staley got out coached. Where were the adjustments? Nobody double team. Come on, what's my girl name? Betts. I didn't see a single double team. The rotations were slow. The little pick and rolls were weak. It was just it looked like they went out the night before. It looked like they partied and just came and you know what? We just happy to be here. That's enough. That's what it looked like. I
Yeah.
hate to be hard on my girls like that, but I gotta keep it. Got to keep it all the way live. It was a terrible game to watch. It was horrible.
UCLA was on a mission. They completed the mission,
Yeah.
uh, and in convincing fashion. So, but South Carolina will be back. We no
Yeah,
no
yeah, ain't no doubt about it.
yeah,
Shout
they'll
out
be
to
back.
Raven, man. Go make some noise in the WNBA. Shout out to the seniors, man. And shout out to UCLA. They seniors, man. It's gonna be, they all got bright futures, man. Big girl
Let's
she
stay
gotta do
in
something with her neck.
let's stay in Carolina. Surprisingly, I didn't think we were going to be having this conversation, but Mike Malone taking the Tar Heels job, and he is the head coach of North Carolina men's basketball. Um, I'm shocked. I am. A lot of things don't shock me, but I'm shocked that he took this job. I'm shocked that he went to college with now he's a championship coach and everything, and there's certain things that, yeah, don't get me wrong. In North Carolina, I'm not saying that it's a bad gig or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm not.
I just really thought Mike Malone was probably more professional basketball, mindset than college kids and everything. And I could be totally, wrong on that, but I just look at it. You had the Pelicans job. I think, the Kings job. I think if they could keep Giannis, I think the Bucks. I think that job is gonna, come available, and maybe some other, NBA franchises. So, but I guess it was just like he wasn't interested in that. But I will say, Mike Malone, if there's a name that you're going to grab, that's one of the names you want to grab in basketball, just in general.
Great fit. I'm not surprised because Mike Malone strike me as one of the old school kind of coaches, right? From a
True.
different cloth. And the
Yeah.
way the game is changing, you want to go and just deal with players that will buy into what you're selling, right? I think it's a great hire for Carolina. I think it's a great fit for him. I don't know. I like it. I like the move. And
You,
I think you're going to start seeing more of this.
you know what, Mo? This mode that I'm dealing with now,
Don't
this
do
is
that.
this is
Don't
a
do
little
that.
bit different because I'm gonna do something that's gonna shock you. You just changed my mind.
Did I?
You just
Okay.
changed my mind. You said something that pointed out
Come on in.
Mike Malone, like you said, old school. He could go in and be, I'm not saying he is, but he could be a Dean Smith type of person. He could be a
Yep.
Tom Izzo type of person because
Yep.
he is that old school Rick Pitino. But I think also what he has going for him, he's already used to dealing with dudes with money.
Yep. Yep.
So these kids that's coming in, that's getting NIL deals, or that's, he can say, I had Jokic, I had Jamal Murray, I had Aaron Gordon, I had Christian Brown, and and all
Hmm.
these other guys that was on this team. So yeah. I'm gonna
I think.
side with you this time, Mo. I can't even
Yeah,
believe
I mean,
this.
listen. Come on in, man. I mean, this won't be the last time you do something like this with
I
one of my
hope
picks.
so. I think it
But
will be. I'll focus
you
on making
bringing
sure it
in
is.
championship pedigree. I think this is a bigger deal than right now people are able to tell because
Hmm.
this is program changing in my opinion. I mean, listen, not like they're having problems getting recruits, But
Right.
I mean, listen, with
This
the
help.
year,
This will help. This will
yeah, I
help
mean, with
compete with
the
these
past few
recruits.
years they come off of, I mean, listen, it's time. It's time. It's time for them to, make a move. And Duke is looking real weak right now. So make a power move and see what happens. I love it.
Okay.
I love the move.
Can't believe that happened. Jeez. Listening to this guy. All right. Well, I know it's something we probably won't agree on, and that's the next topic, which is the Lakers and them going into the playoffs, probably short a man or two. So Lakers, at the end of the season, we got about 4 or 5 games left in the NBA season before it jumps off. They're currently tied third right now with the Denver Nuggets, and I do see them slipping probably into the 4th spot without Austin Reeves, without Luka. But more importantly, this is more going into the playoffs and just the playoffs themselves. Mo, is that are the Lakers in trouble? Are these injuries, these bugaboos, at the most inopportune time? Because I'm not going to say that, oh, LeBron will just, make up. No, that's not. No. If this was 29, 30, 31-year-old LeBron or something like that, no. Yeah, I would probably say, okay, LeBron can hold it down. I don't know if they can get through the first round if they're going to be missing Luka and Austin. I know Luka is working on trying to get back sooner than later. I think he's trying to get this process done in Europe to get back sooner than later. But I do think Austin Reeves is the key to this whole puzzle. Without him, I think it puts a struggle on the Lakers. Think about it.
I ain't got to think about it.
Think about it.
It's over. It's over. They done. I agree with you. We're gonna switch it up. I'm agreeing with you. You didn't change my mind because I felt like this coming into the situation, but with Luka, with Austin Reeves, with LeBron James, it was still going to be a problem, right? Because defensive liability, even though Luka been playing better defense as of late, LeBron James, man, he ain't got the gas for this no more. In any scenario, if you depending on a 40, 41-year-old LeBron James, you're done. I'm sorry. If that's part of the plan. Now, at this point of his career, even though his numbers still look solid, he's a complimentary piece, man. And right now, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
So you don't believe it all.
No.
Okay, let me ask you this. LeBron and Luka, because it looks like Austin Reeves will probably be out the first round, or at least a good portion of the first round. Can LeBron and Luka get them through the first round? And let's just say they're and I'm gonna check right now. I should have checked, but they fall to the 4th seed because they're tied for 3rd right now. So that means they would see at this particular time, they would see the Rockets. I think
A rough
I
6
think
to
they
7
could. I
game
think they could give
series
the Rockets.
win. Well, yeah, I think they can get him in a not physical. I ain't gonna say physical. I don't look at the Rockets and feel like, okay, this is gonna be a physical matchup. But I can see a lot of ways we can make a hard 5 sales. But yeah, 6 games may get through that series, but you're done. You're done after that. I mean, and then ain't nobody hanging banners for getting to the second round, right? Not in
Okay.
LA.
Not
Ain't
in
nobody
LA.
doing that. I mean, you might as
Right.
well go out in the first round. You go out in the second round, LeBron gonna catch the same criticism. It's gonna always fall on his shoulders no matter what, right? First round out, second round out. Unless you get to the conference finals and put up a fight, I mean, it's bad. It's bad business.
Okay. So even if
Rebuild.
they let's say they get everybody back, which is still tough to say, I still think probably seeing the Rockets in the first round is better than seeing the Timberwolves.
Yeah, of course.
So
Of course.
they got a shot.
They got a shot, man. But
They got a shot.
I'm at the point, rebuild it, blow it up, tear it down, rebuild it. And
Rebuild what?
rebuild that roster, man. I'm gonna tell you, it's a conversation for another day. I'm not gonna get too deep
Okay.
into it, but I don't like the idea of building a team around Luka at this point. Not based on what I've seen. LeBron James, it's time to go. If you can work something out with Austin Reeves, I mean, you got a superstar in the making. I mean, he's pretty much there already, but I don't know. I don't feel good about it. I feel like we'll always be a team with potential, and that's about it.
I'm gonna make a bold statement, and then we'll get up out of here.
Okay.
I know this is the Knicks have been in the mix for this conversation, but to your point, like what you're saying it's time for LeBron to go. I think LeBron will probably agree to leave, go somewhere else, do something else. My bold statement: the Lakers get Giannis.
That's not far fetched. I actually thought about that. Hey,
I don't know how they'll pull it off, but
Giannis on the sideline with that Inglewood hoodie on or whatever. It may be conversations already happened.
Could be. I mean, because Milwaukee seemed to have ticked him off, so he's probably ready to get out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, that situation is over and done with. I mean, I wish that Giannis would come out and just don't dance around it no more. Just say you want to go. I'm ready to leave. It ain't working out no more. We had a great run. We had an outstanding run. It's time to go and come on to Inglewood.
I guarantee you he'd probably have said it behind the scenes instead of just saying it out in the front. Don't force him. This is my thing. Don't force Giannis to come out in the public and say it. If he told you behind the scenes, which I believe he has, then just go ahead and start making those moves, for this offseason and getting ready, because I believe Doc's gone. And it's just not working out there in Milwaukee, anymore. So yeah, get some pieces.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen, but he's one of the few that has, you went out, you hadn't just come out in public. Just stop being Mr. Nice Guy, because let's be honest, you're on the other side of your career at this point, right? So if you want something to shake elsewhere, I mean, listen, let's go ahead and make that happen. But imagine how that's going to look without Giannis, the Bucks without Giannis.
That look like
one of those franchises, that, aside from your Ray Allens and your Glenn
Robinson,
Glenn Robinsons, it's one of them franchises that just don't fare well without a superstar. So, but yeah, tell the world, let them know.
Get them out of there. All right, I'm gonna tell the world one last time: subscribe to this channel. Make sure, and if you subscribe, notifications, like some stuff, comment on some stuff, all that good stuff. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll holler at you later. 2 things as always: stay positive and push forward. I'll holler at you later. Peace.